GIT, EOQ, and some more advanced methods used in modern supply chains. To start with, inventory optimization. Next, inventory optimization is the process of managing inventory in the most efficient way possible across the entire supply chain. This includes everything from raw materials to finished products. The main goal is to reduce costs while still making sure that products are available when customers need them. In a typical supply chain, companies first source raw materials from suppliers. These materials are either stored in warehouses or directly used in production. Then products are manufactured in factories, and finally, the finished goods are delivered to customers. So basically, inventory exists at different stages, and managing it properly is very important. The key behind every inventory optimization is finding the right balance. If a company keeps too much inventory, it increases storage costs and ties up money. But it keeps too little inventory, it risks running out of stock and not meeting customer demand. So companies are always trying to balance cost efficiency with product availability. Now let's talk about why inventory optimization is so important. Next. First, it helps with cost control. Storing inventory is expensive. Companies have to pay for warehousing, handling, insurance, and sometimes even damage or spoilage. By optimization inventory, companies can reduce these costs and avoid overstocking. Second, it improves operational efficiency. When inventory is managed properly, production runs out smoothly without interruptions. There's no waiting for materials and no unnecessary delays. This helps companies save time and increase productivity. Third, it helps with risk management. Poor inventory management can lead to stock storages, which means lots of lost sales, unhappy customers. On the other hand, too much inventory can become absolute or wasted. So good inventory optimization reduces these risks and improve overall reliability. Now I'll move on the main inventory optimization techniques. Next. Next. Okay. The first technique in just-in-time or GIT, this system means that the materials are delivered only when they're needed in the production process, not before. So instead of storing large amounts of inventory, companies keep very low inventory levels. The advantage of GIT is that it introduces storage cost and waste. However, it requires very strong coordination with suppliers. If there is any delay in delivery, production can stop completely. So GIT works best when suppliers are reliable and processes are well organized. The second technique is economic order quantity or EOQ. This is a mathematical model used to determine the best order size that minimizes total inventory cost. There are two main types of cost involved here. The first is ordering cost, which includes expenses related to placing and receiving orders. The second is holding cost, which includes the cost of storing inventory over time. If a company orders too frequently, ordering costs increase. If it orders large quantities, holding cost increases. EOQ helps find the optimal balance between these two, so total cost is minimized. Now let's look at more advanced techniques beyond GIT and EOQ. Next. One important method is demand forecasting using AI. This involves using historical sales data and machine learning algorithms to predict future customer demand. These systems can analyze patterns and trends and even update predictions in real time. This helps companies make better decisions about how much inventory to keep. Another advanced tool is ERP systems, which stands for Enterprise Source Planning. These systems integrate all business processes into one centralized platform. For example, they connect production, sales, and purchasing departments. ERP systems allow companies to track inventory in real time and access accurate data quickly. This improves decision making and coordination across the company. Another important concept is lean manufacturing. Next. Lean focuses on improving efficiency by eliminating waste in the production process. These are several types of waste that companies try to reduce, such as overproduction, waiting time, excess inventory, and defects. By reducing these wastes, companies can operate more efficiently and reduce costs. Finally, there is supplier integration. This means building strong and long-term relationships with suppliers instead of working separately. Companies and suppliers share information and coordinate their activities. For example, they may use shared systems to track inventory levels or plan production schedules together. This ensures that materials are delivered on time and reduces delays in the supply chain. To conclude, inventory optimization plays a very important role in modern business. It helps reduce costs, improve efficiency, and ensure that the customer demand is always met. Next. So, in the end, the main goal is always to find the right balance between having enough inventory to meet demand and not having so much that increases cost. And for the Ford Motor Company, the Ford Motor Company usually is a global automobile manufacturing with a highly complex and large-scale production system operating across multiple countries and markets. The company produces a wide range of vehicles and relies on an extensive supply chain to support its operations with a key characteristics thousands of parts required for each vehicle, increasing inventory complexity, global network for suppliers that must be carefully coordinated, high production volume with strict deadlines and delivery schedules. And thank you for listening. And now Hassan's part.
Now we're going to talk about the inventory challenges at Ford. Ford faces several key challenges when managing its inventory. First, the sheer number of components needed for each vehicle makes tracking and coordination difficult. Managing thousands of parts, across multiple locations increases the risk of errors or delays. Second, demand uncertainty is a major issue. Customer preferences can change quickly, which affects how many vehicles need to be produced. This can lead to either shortages of parts or excess inventory. Third, holding large amounts of inventory is expensive. So costs, including warehousing, handling, and the capital tied up in unused materials, need to be dealt with these challenges. Ford relies on strong planning, accurate forecasting, and close collaboration with its suppliers. Next, now we're gonna speak about the GIT at Ford. Ford uses the just-in-time system to improve efficiency and reduce unnecessary inventory. With GIT, parts are delivered directly to the assembly line, exactly when they are needed. This reduces the need for large storage facilities and keeps inventory levels low. It also ensures a smooth and continuous flow of materials. As a result, Ford benefits from lower holding costs, faster production processes, and better use of resources. Next, now we're going to talk about the economic order quantity at Ford. Ford also applies the economic order quantity model to determine how much to order and when to order. Economical order quantity helps calculate the most efficient order size by considering demand, ordering costs, and holding costs. This method is especially useful for bulk materials like steel and standard components. By using economical order quantity, Ford can minimize total inventory costs, avoid unnecessary orders, and manage resources more effectively. Next, now we're going to talk about the demand forecasting at Ford. Uh, Another important tool is demand forecasting at Ford, which Ford actually uses it for historical sales data, market trends, and advanced analytics, including AI, to predict future customer demand. This helps the company adjust production levels accordingly. Accurate forecasting reduces the risk of overproduction and shortages and ensures that supply matches demand more closely. Next. Now we're going to speak about the ERP systems. Ford relies on enterprise resource planning, which is ERP system, to manage its global operations. These systems provide real-time tracking of inventory and connect different departments such as production, purchasing, and logistics. This improves communication and coordination across the entire supply chain. As a result, Ford can manage its inventory more effectively and respond quickly to changes. In conclusion, the summary of Ford's large-scale operations makes inventory management both complex and critical. By using strategies like GIT, EOQ, demand forecasting, and ERP systems, the company is able to reduce costs, improve efficiency, and maintain smooth production. Next, now we're going to speak about the lean manufacturing at Ford. Ford applies for lean manufacturing to actually improve the efficiency and eliminating any waste and any need and optimizing more of the production processes. It encourages a lot of continuous improvement, which is Kaizen. It's a thing that encourages the improvement of anything that is continuous and also always continue, and improves workflow and streamlines by the assembly operations and focuses on removing any unnecessary waste or unnecessary steps and reducing any idle time to be more efficient. As a result, reduces production costs and improves efficiency and ensures better use of resources and enhances product quality. I can now, Abdurrahman, continue now. Abdurrahman, it's your turn.
Sorry, my mic was closed. Now I'll be talking about supplier integration at Ford. On this on this slide, I'm gonna be explaining how Ford uses supplier integration to strengthen its supply chain. Supplier integration means Ford works closely with suppliers to ensure reliable and stable flow of materials into production systems. Building long-term partnerships with key suppliers, which helps create trust, reliability, and better performance over time. In addition, Ford share important information such as production schedules and demand forecast. This allows supplier to prepare in advance and deliver materials exactly when they are needed. Another important point is that supplier developers are aligned with production needs, which helps avoid delays, shortages, or excess inventory. This level of coordination is especially important for supporting just-in-time system, where timing is important. As a result, Ford benefits from improved system reliability, smoother continuous production process. Overall, supplier integration plays a key role in maintaining efficiency and ensuring that entire production systems run without any problems. Now, analysis strengths. On this side, I'm presenting the main strengths of Ford operation systems. First, Ford has an efficient and lean manufacturing system. By using just-in-time JIT and lean manufacturing practices, the company is able to streamline operation, eliminate unnecessary waste, and improve overall efficiency in the production process. Second, Ford benefits from reduction inventory cost because the company focuses on optimization and optimization of orders and keeping minimum storage. It reduces holding cost and avoids any excess inventory, which leads to best or better cost control. Ford has a strong supplier relationship through close collaboration and integration with suppliers. Ford ensures a reliable and continuous flow of materials, which supports smooth production without any interpretations. Overall, these strengths allow Ford to operate more effectively, reduce cost, and finally maintain stable and well-conditioned production system. Weaknesses. On this slide, I'm discussing the main weaknesses and risk of Ford operation. Starting with the weaknesses, one key weakness is the high independence on suppliers. Ford relies heavily on external suppliers, so any delays or issue from them can directly affect the production process. Another weakness is that it's sensitive to just-in-time system delays. Since Ford always keeps very low inventory, even a small delay in material delivery can quickly disturb the production. Now, moving to the risks. A major risk is a supply chain disruption. Even events such as material shortages, transportation problems, or global crises can interrupt the flow of materials and impact overall operations. Another risk is demand fluctuations. Changes in consumer demand can create imbalance leading to either, sorry, either overproduction or product shortages. Overall, Ford system is highly efficient and it is also very sensitive to external factors and forces, which is make it risk and hard. Now, its efficiency and flexibility. On this slide, I'm presenting the key strategic insights from Ford's operation. First, looking at the efficiency versus risk. The just-in-time systems help Ford significantly improve efficiency by reducing inventory levels and eliminating waste. However, there is also increase in the company's vulnerability to supply chain disruptions, since there is a very little buffer stock. That means even a small delay in one component can affect the entire production process. Now, looking at flexibility, in today's dynamic markets, companies must be able to quickly adapt to changes in demand and supply conditions. Ford can build production and sourcing strategies. Having the ability to adjust operation quickly is very important for maintaining stable and performance. Overall, the key idea here is that companies must find the right balance between efficiency and flexibility in order to remain competitive in the market. And now with my friend Abdul Karim.
And now I will talk about role of technology. Technology plays an important role in inventory management, like ERP systems give companies real-time information about inventory and operations. AI-based forecasting tools also help companies predict customer demand more accurately. This allows companies to make faster and better decisions. At the same time, technology also has some limitations. ERP and AI systems can be expensive to implement and maintain. Companies also need skilled employees and training to use these systems effectively. And addition, system or incorrect data can cause problem and affect operations. Next. And we have now recommendations. Based on our analysis, we recommend several improvements to Ford inventory management system. And first, Ford should invest more in AI and real-time data to improve demand forecasting accuracy. Better forecasting helps reduce waste and improve production planning. And second, Ford should uh, reduce dependence on a small number of suppliers. This can improve supply and reduce risk during distribution. Third, maintaining a small safety stock for critical components can help prevent production delays. Finally, improving ERP systems and increasing operational flexibility can help Ford respond quickly to market change and improve overall performance. Next, at a conclusion, inventory optimization is very important to companies like Ford that operate in global supply chains. Ford uses different techniques such as JET, EOQ, and technology system like ERP and AI to improve efficiency and reduce costs. By balancing cost efficiency with risk management and flexibility, Ford can maintain smooth production, improve operational performance, and stay competitive in the global market. And now with Ahmed.
Okay, before we finish, I would like to talk uh, more generally about the importance of the inventory optimization and how it affects our motor business in this time right now. Today, companies operate in a very fast-moving and competitive environment. Customer expectations are much higher than before. People expect products to be available quickly, sometimes even the same day delivery. Because of this, holding too much inventory uh, while moving in a very highly competitive environment, customer expectations are much higher than before. People expect products to be available quickly, sometimes even the same day delivery. Because of this, companies must manage their inventory very carefully to avoid delays and keep customers satisfied. At the same time, holding too much inventory creates problems and increases storage costs, requires more space, and ties up capital that could be used in other areas of the business. In some industries, like technology or fashion products, can even lose value over time, which makes excess inventory even more risky. So, companies are constantly trying to find the right balance between having enough stock to meet demand and not having too much that it increases cost. This balance is actually why companies often use inventory management as a strategy to avoid losing this makes the system even more complex. For example, delays in transportation, politic issues, or unexpected events can disrupt the flow of materials. When that happens, companies that don't have good inventory strategies may face serious problems. This is why modern tools and techniques are becoming more important. For example, demand forecasting. Demand forecasting uses AI to help companies predict customers' needs more accurately. Instead of guessing, they can use the data to make better decisions. ERP also play a big role while providing real-time information. Managers can see exactly how much inventory they have, where it is, and they need to reorder. This improves coordination between different departments and reduces mistakes. In addition, concepts like lean manufacturing, as I mentioned, it shows the companies should focus on eliminating waste and improving efficiency continuously. It's not just about reducing inventory, but improving the whole process, as I mentioned earlier. But um let's say that the supplier integration is also very important. So when companies work closely with suppliers, they can avoid delays, reduce uncertainty, and improve overall performance. Strong relations and good communication make the supply chain more stable and reliable. Overall, inventory optimization is not just a technical process, it involves planning, coordination, and strategic decision making. Companies that manage their inventory well can reduce costs, improve service, and gain competitive advantage in the market. To conclude our presentation, basic techniques, as we mentioned, are advanced methods such as AI forecasting, ERP, GIT, EOQ, and lean manufacturing and supply integration help companies deal with modern challenges in our certain time. In the end, the goal is to achieve the perfect balance, having the right products in the right quantity at the right time while minimizing the cost. Thank you for your attention, and this is our presentation. This is the end.